The Great Wall of China has long captivated the world with its impressive scale and historical significance. But beneath the tourist-filled walkways and crumbling watchtowers lies a more sinister reputation that haunts local folklore and paranormal research circles. Among the many supernatural phenomena reported along this ancient structure, one theory has emerged as particularly disturbing: the existence of a dark portal, a gateway between our world and unseen realms that defies conventional understanding. This massive fortification, built with the blood and suffering of countless laborers, may serve not only as a barrier against human invaders, but as a threshold to dimensions beyond our comprehension. The dark portal theory has become increasingly central to paranormal discussions about the Great Wall, suggesting that certain sections of this ancient monument may function as doorways where the veil between worlds grows dangerously thin. The Great Wall of China extends approximately 13,171 miles across the northern borders of ancient Chinese territories, representing one of humanity's most ambitious construction projects. Built primarily during the Ming Dynasty, 1368 to 1644, but with sections dating back to the 7th century BC, the wall consists of stone, brick, tamped earth, and wood, traversing mountains, deserts, and grasslands. The structure typically reaches heights of 20 to 30 feet and is wide enough for multiple horsemen to ride side by side, with watchtowers positioned strategically throughout its length. Construction methods varied across different eras and terrain, with builders adapting techniques to available materials and geographical challenges, creating a diverse architectural tapestry that winds across the Chinese landscape like a massive stone dragon, a feature that some paranormal researchers believe contributed to its purported supernatural properties. The wall's construction came at a devastating human cost, with historical records suggesting over 1 million people perished during its building. Workers, many of them convicts, soldiers, or impressed peasants, died from exhaustion, starvation, extreme weather conditions, and accidents, their bodies often incorporated directly into the wall itself to save time and resources. This macabre construction method earned the structure its grim nickname as the longest cemetery on Earth. Paranormal researchers suggest that this massive concentration of human suffering and improper burial created the perfect conditions for a dark portal to form. The theory proposes that intense emotional energy, particularly from violent or untimely deaths, can fracture the boundaries between dimensions, creating weak points where different realms can connect. And the Great Wall represents perhaps the largest reservoir of such energy ever created by human hands. Reports of portal-like phenomena along the wall have accumulated for centuries, with witnesses describing unexplained disappearances, time distortions, and encounters with beings that seem to materialize from nowhere. Local villagers have passed down stories of travelers who vanished while walking along remote sections of the wall, only to reappear days or weeks later with no memory of where they had been or how time had passed. Others report experiencing significant time discrepancies, where minutes spent in certain areas of the wall somehow translated to hours according to their watches in the outside world. These temporal anomalies concentrate around specific sections of the wall, particularly ancient watchtowers and areas constructed during periods of especially brutal forced labor, suggesting these locations might serve as focal points for portal activity. The most compelling evidence for the dark portal theory comes from the Jiayuguan Pass section in Gansu province, where paranormal incidents have been reported with disturbing frequency. Known as the Mouth of China during ancient times, this westernmost section of the wall was traditionally considered the border between civilization and the unknown, between the realm of the living and the domain of spirits. Visitors to this area have documented unexplained equipment failures, compass malfunctions, and electronic devices powering on and off without human intervention. More disturbingly, multiple witnesses have reported seeing shadowy figures that appear to step directly out of the wall's surface before disappearing again, as though using the structure as a doorway between worlds. Local guides often refuse to visit certain watchtowers after sunset, claiming these areas serve as doorways for the dead when darkness falls. The dark portal theory gained significant attention in the 1980s when a group of Russian paranormal researchers conducted a series of experiments along remote sections of the wall. Using equipment designed to measure electromagnetic fluctuations and infrared signatures, they documented what they described as dimensional fractures, areas where readings suggested the presence of energy patterns inconsistent with known physical phenomena. Their most startling discovery occurred near the Shanghai Pass, where they recorded a persistent electromagnetic anomaly that appeared to pulse in regular intervals, like a beacon or signal being transmitted through the wall itself. When team members approached this anomaly, they reported feeling intense disorientation, nausea, and the sensation of being watched by unseen observers. Several team members later developed unexplained health issues, including chronic nightmares featuring entities they described as shadow people attempting to communicate through the wall. Chinese folklore has long contained references to gates between worlds along the Great Wall, with ancient texts mentioning sections where the boundary between the living world and the spirit realm grows thin. Traditional beliefs held that these areas should be avoided, particularly during Ghost Month, the 7th month of the lunar calendar, when spirits can more easily pass between realms. Some researchers suggest that ancient builders may have been aware of these properties, deliberately incorporating protective symbols and geomantic principles into the wall's design to contain or control these portal areas. Stone carvings found near reported portal hotspots often feature protective deities and warding symbols, suggesting ancient awareness of something requiring containment within these sections. Local shamanic traditions included rituals specifically designed to seal these gateways and prevent entities from crossing over, practices that have largely been abandoned in modern times. Modern paranormal investigators have attempted to document portal phenomena using scientific equipment, yielding mixed but intriguing results. Thermal imaging cameras deployed at reported hotspots have captured unusual cold spots that move against prevailing air currents, sometimes forming corridor-like patterns within the wall's structure. Audio recordings have picked up sounds described as mechanical humming or rhythmic vibrations that cannot be attributed to known sources in the environment. Perhaps most compelling are the numerous accounts of wall walkers, entities that appear to emerge from solid sections of the wall before retreating back into stone when approached. These apparitions differ from traditional ghost sightings in that they seem to interact with the physical structure in impossible ways, suggesting something beyond conventional hauntings. Skeptics offer various explanations for these phenomena, ranging from hallucinations caused by altitude and oxygen deprivation to misinterpretations of natural geological processes. The wall's position atop mountain ridges places visitors in conditions where perception can be altered by thin air and exhaustion, potentially explaining some of the more subjective experiences. Geologists note that the limestone present in many sections of the wall can create unusual acoustic properties and natural electromagnetic fields as underground water moves through porous stone. These natural features could account for equipment malfunctions and strange sensory experiences without requiring supernatural explanations. Critics also point to the power of suggestion, arguing that visitors primed with portal stories are more likely to interpret ambiguous stimuli as evidence of interdimensional activity. Despite skeptical explanations, the dark portal theory has gained traction among certain researchers who propose that the wall's construction along what Chinese geomancy calls dragon lines, natural energy pathways in the earth, may have inadvertently created a structure that interacts with these energy fields in unexpected ways. According to this perspective, the wall doesn't just mark a political boundary, but a metaphysical one, built along energy lines that ancient Chinese considered powerful and sacred. By constructing a massive structure that intersects numerous dragon lines, builders may have created an unintended consequence, a series of weak points in the fabric of reality itself. These researchers suggest that the wall's alignment with certain astronomical features during specific celestial events might temporarily strengthen these portal properties, explaining why phenomena seem more pronounced during particular seasons and times. The dark portal theory has significant implications for how we understand both the Great Wall itself and the relationship between physical structures and paranormal phenomena. If certain locations can indeed serve as gateways between dimensions, the Great Wall represents perhaps the largest deliberate or accidental construction of such thresholds in human history. Chinese authorities remain understandably reluctant to acknowledge or investigate these claims officially, concerned about potential impacts on tourism and the site's UNESCO World Heritage status. Nevertheless, unofficial research continues, with paranormal enthusiasts and independent scientists conducting investigations under the radar, drawn by the possibility that this ancient structure might hold secrets far beyond its historical significance as a military fortification. The Great Wall of China stands as more than just a monument to human engineering and historical struggle. It may represent one of the world's most significant paranormal locations, where the boundaries between dimensions grow precariously thin. The dark portal theory, while controversial and unproven by conventional scientific standards, offers a compelling framework for understanding the persistent and varied supernatural phenomena reported along this ancient structure for centuries. Whether viewed as legitimate paranormal occurrence or fascinating cultural folklore, the concept of the Great Wall as a gateway between worlds adds another layer to its already rich historical significance. As investigation techniques improve and more researchers brave the remote sections of this massive structure, we may yet discover whether the wall truly serves as a doorway to realms beyond our understanding, or simply as a powerful nexus for human imagination and our eternal fascination with the unknown.